The Alamein line, just like the Stony Point line, is an oddball in Melbourne's suburban network, with almost if not every single service on the line running with a single free carriage train set instead of the usual 6 carriage, and each service only running between Camberwell and Alamein instead of straight into the city. Today, let's look at the history of the Alamein line. The Alamein line originally opened from 1890 to 1891 as the Outer Circle line. The section still in use today for the Alamein line was opened in 1890. The section from Camberwell to Ashburton reopened in 1898 and was operated by a steam locomotive coupled to a single passenger carriage, followed by the northern section from Riversdale to Deepdene in 1900, which operated with a steam train known locally as the Deepdene Dasher between Ashburton and Deepdene, and was Melbourne's last ever suburban passenger steam train. Electrification of the Melbourne suburban rail network commenced in the 1920s. In 1923, the Railway Commissioners decided not to electrify the line from Deepdene through Riversdale to Ashburton due to insufficient traffic levels, but would keep the issue under review. Their position was partly reversed, with the Camberwell to Ashburton section later being included in the project. The last steam train ran to Ashburton on 29th of October 1924, with electric train services commencing 3 days later in the form of shuttle services between Camberwell and Ashburton. On 15th of August 1926, the last steam train, the Deepdene Dasher, ran and was replaced by a pair of AEC rail motors coupled back to back. The commissioners intended to electrify the line if the volume of traffic increased, but that did not occur, and the service was replaced by a road bus on 10th of October 1927. Patronage and revenue on the Ashburton line doubled after electrification. On 28th of June 1948, the line was extended to Alamein as part of the Victorian Railways Operation Phoenix. Plans were drawn up to duplicate the line. The first 2.2 kilometre duplication opened on 7th of November 1954 from Hartwell to Ashburton stations, followed by the duplication and automatic signalling of the 1.6 kilometre stretch of line from Riversdale to Hartwell on 31st of July 1955. Automatic signalling was introduced between Hartwell and Ashburton. In the 1980s, moves were made to close the line and replace it with a bus service, but these proposals were met with widespread opposition and backlash. Under sustained opposition, a proposal was made to convert the line to a tram, but this seemed to have limited effect in quelling the backlash. Alamein Station opened on 28th of June 1948 and is currently the latest station to have opened on what is now the Alamein line. However, the station opened with very little fanfare. There was no official ceremony from the Victorian Railways, and on the first day of operating, only 103 tickets were sold up to 10:30 AM in the morning. On New Year's Eve of 1956, an accident involving a wooden body swing door carriage set occurred at Alamein Station when the train running the 4:29 afternoon service from Camberwell overshot the platform and crashed into the timber buffer at the down end of the station. There were no injuries in the crash, luckily. It was believed to be faulty brakes that were to blame for the crash. During the 2011-2012 financial year, Alamein was the 8th least used station on Melbourne's metro network, with only 153,000 passenger movements in that time. Ashburton Station is a premium station. It opened on the 30th of May 1890, originally as Norwood Station. The station was given its current name of Ashburton on the 12th of December of that same year. Ashburton was upgraded to a premium station by the Met on 1st of February 1996. Also occurring in that year, the station was the first on the Metropolitan train system in Melbourne, where the former Metcard ticketing system was trialled. Metcard was launched in 1998 and was superseded by what we have now, known as Mikey, in 2012. Burwood Station opened on 30th of May 1890, originally named Hartwell. It was later renamed Burwood after Burwood House, which was built by Sir James Frederick Palmer in 1852. In 1954, the current station buildings at Burwood on the Alamein line were provided. In 2018, Burwood was chosen to be a station on Melbourne's upcoming suburban rail loop. Hartwell originally opened as Hartwell Hill in May 1906. It was given its current name of Hartwell on the 1st of August 1909. It is the only station on Metro's Alamein line to have an island platform. Willesden Station originally opened on the 8th of June 1908. Originally opened as Golf Links, the station was given its current name of Willesden on the 23rd of July 1936. Willesden was not part of the original Outer Circle railway line. It was provided for the convenience for members of the Riversdale Golf Club, which was originally adjacent to the site. It's been said that influential club members hated having to walk to either Riversdale or Hartwell and begged for a closer alternative. That explains why Willesden was built so close to Riversdale, being only 400 metres north. Riversdale Station opened on 30th of May 1890, along with the first section of the Outer Circle line. Prior to opening, it was originally named Prospect Hill, however it's been named Riversdale ever since it opened. The name derives from the nearby Riversdale Road, itself named by parliamentarian and local resident Matthew O'Grady. Matthew named it after the fact that the roads lead to the valley of the Yarra River. The railway crossing at Riversdale Road, located at the down end of the station, features unusual manually operated boom barriers which are controlled by a signal box. The boom barrier arms are divided into two sections so as to not make contact with the overhead tram wires. These boom barriers were provided in 1963 and replaced interlocking gates. Regularly scheduled metro services that run on average every 10 to 20 minutes, the Alamein line uses these electric multiple units, seen right here, known as extractless 100s, and have been operating since late 2002. These often operate in configurations of one or two sets of free carriages. Most of the time, it's just a single set of free carriages. Alongside the passenger trains operated by Metro, the Alamein line tracks and equipment are maintained by a fleet of engineering and infrastructure evaluation trains. These are the track evaluation trains operated by Metro, the overhead inspection trains designed for overhead wiring inspection, and the infrastructure evaluation carriage designed for general infrastructure evaluation, EV120, which has been running with Metro since 2021. Most of these trains are repurposed locomotives previously used by V-Line, the Victorian Railways, Metro Trains, and Southern Short Haul Railroad. Anyways, that'll be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions about the Alamein line, please leave them in the comments as I'd like to hear them.